Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to with. What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan back with another one, and today we're gonna talk about the BS with the Nike Dunk Wu-Tangs. So these originally dropped back in 1999, and they only had 36 pairs. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, now you do. So basically, these are a pretty coveted sneaker in the sneaker community with, like I said, only 36 pairs, which is synonymous with their first album, the 36 Chambers, by the way, if you don't know that. So basically, the story goes that recently RZA wanted to get a pair of these, and he really wasn't really hip to how everything worked, and he looked on StockX apparently and found out that there was a pair going for like $100,000. And so subsequently he was like, well, if they're that sought after, if they're that popular, maybe we need to give them back to the public. So they did, which is a good thing. And we all know that Nike's been coming out with a lot of heat, or they got a lot of heat scheduled to come out. So it's fitting. We're going on the 40th anniversary coming up, and we know that Nike stocks were down, and they've been making a lot of moves, and we got a lot of OGs, and we got a lot of coveted sneakers coming out. So this is one that was definitely on my list. Now, personally, I'm old school. I ain't gonna say my age, but just by the fact that I am actually a Wu-Tang fan should say it all. But I am a Wu-Tang fan, and I know a lot of y'all ain't, and that's cool, and I'm not even saying that that's a bad thing or anything like that. But I know I've seen a lot of people trying to hit on these, and they're like, I can't even name a Wu-Tang song. I don't even know Wu-Tang like that. I just like the shoes and stuff like that. So, which is cool, and I'm not even hating if you just want these for the hype or whatever the reason is. But me personally, like I said, I am a Wu-Tang fan, and I'm such a Wu-Tang fan that I turned my daughter into a Wu-Tang Clan fan. So it was about 10 years ago. I'm kind of putting my business out there, but I was released from a federal bid, and I had did about 10 years, and I came home and I instantly got custody of my daughter. And at the time we were living in Spokane, Washington, and we had a Hastings still open. So I took my daughter in there, and we found the 36 Chambers album, and I remember buying it, and it was pretty cheap. I think it was like $5, and I got real excited, and I couldn't wait, and I got in the car and I opened it up and I showed it to my daughter, and she fell in love with it, and now she's a Wu-Tang Clan fan as well. So that's just a little bit of history about me. I've been listening to Wu-Tang since the 90s, since I was a kid. I love them, and I really wanted to get my hands on these shoes. Unfortunately, I took a L. As you guys know, yesterday they had them on the Wu-Tang site, and it was interesting the way they did it. It was kind of interesting. I mean, they had like your position on there and how much time you had left and how many pairs were available. Unfortunately, I took a L. I know a lot of people took L's too, but I also know a lot of people got W's. Pun intended. So the reason that I'm making this video is because I wanted to touch on that a little bit. I know that these were a very coveted sneaker, and there's a part of me that kind of feels like, I know it sounds like I'm hating and maybe I'm mad because I took an L, but I kind of feel like they should have just left them alone. Because these ain't even, if you look on StockX, they got a little resale, but they're not crazy. And I don't know what the old school pairs are doing right now, but I kind of feel like it takes away from it. And for some reason in my head, I'm just thinking like it kind of feels like they ruined it. Like, it was a very limited sneaker. There was only 36 pairs. They were very hard to get, and now it's kind of like, oh, they're out there, and if you want them, you can get them. And most people that got them didn't even want them, and the people that do want them didn't even get them, like me. And I'm not gonna go pay resale unless it drops a lot. Now, my size was pushing towards like, I think it was like, I'd have to look again, but it was somewhere between like 250 going even up closer to like that 300 range. And maybe in a week they might come down a little bit, and I really hope they do. And then maybe I'll pull the trigger and I'll grab a pair of these and put them in my collection. But right now I'm not paying that resale, and there's a lot of heat on my list, and I know there's a lot of heat on your guys' list too. So I feel like the majority of the people that bought these, they didn't even want them. They just got them for resale, just to resell them or for the hype. And to make my point, I'm gonna bring you back a couple of years ago. We had the Pollen Jordan 1s, which are almost the same shoe, except for it's a Jordan 1, so the silhouette's a little bit different, but it's the exact same color blocking. And it was during COVID, and these things didn't even do very well. And if you remember, during COVID, Every shoe was doing well. Everything had resale, and this was one of the easier shoes to get your hands on. So now you throw it on a Dunk, same silhouette, just a little bit of differences. You put that Wu-Tang W emblem on there, you put that logo on there, and everybody's going crazy. There's hype, but that's how it goes, and it is what it is. But my point is that y'all don't really like the silhouette. Nobody even really likes the Dunk highs. That's everybody's consensus. That's what everybody's opinion is. But now you got something that's got a little bit of hype. Like I said, there was a similar one, and there was Dunks like this before. There was high Dunks that were exactly like the Wu-Tang Dunks. They just didn't have the Wu-Tang logo on it, and nobody went after them, and nobody cared about them. So now you got a fan like me, a old head like me, that wants to get his pair and can't get his pair. Funny story. I tried yesterday, like I said, on the Wu-Tang app, and I took my L when I wanted my W. And I missed out, and I was like, okay, I'm not even tripping. I'll get up in the morning. Now, this is my bad. I slept in. I stayed up all night watching movies last night, and I woke up, and wifey, Mrs. Trap Jordan, was like, hey, I tried to surprise you. I was 7 minutes late waking up, by the way. I tried to surprise you and get you those Dunks, but I didn't get them. And I was like, oh, surprise, you didn't wake me up so that we could both try and take our shot. Apparently, she thought they were going to be easy. She thought they were ugly. She didn't even understand the significance of them to me. So she was going to surprise me because she heard me talking about them. But she didn't wake me up because she thought they were going to be an easy dub. And she missed out. And she also missed out on my opportunity to take my shot. Which is okay because, wifey, if you see this, I love you and I get what you were doing. But it kind of broke my heart a little bit because I missed out. But it is what it is, and that's the BS with the Wu-Tang Dunks today. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys my thoughts and how I feel about it. I'm a little bit upset. A lot of people got dubs. I wasn't one of them. I was actually one of the ones that is really a Wu-Tang fan from back in the day and really wanted my pair. And at the end of the day, it's the BS with the Wu-Tang Dunks. So it is what it is. I just want to say that, dang it. I don't even know what to say. I just really wanted these shoes really bad and I didn't get them. But it is what it is. So if you did get your W, congratulations. I hope you really like them. And you know what? If you're just hype beasting on them, congratulations anyway. And if you were trying to get them for resale, then eat a dick, basically. That's what I have to say about that. So I'm OG Trap Jordan. I'm signing off one more time. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you like my content, we've been running it up a little bit. I'd appreciate if you guys could go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot, and I really appreciate you. And like I said, I'm signing off once again. I'm OG Trap Jordan, and I'm out of here. Peace.